Alright guys, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this video. We're going to start off with 1 cup of granulated sugar, half a cup of unsalted butter melted and slightly cooled. We're going to go ahead and mix this up until combined. I know again we're just kind of jumping into it, but roll with me, it'll be okay. And again, these recipes have nothing to do with each other, but they're 2 videos that were too small to upload by themselves. So then I've added 2 eggs and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're going to go ahead and beat that together. And then I'm going to sift in half a cup of flour and half a cup of cocoa powder. I'm also going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You're just going to sift this in. You don't have to, but as you can see, my cocoa powder is very clumpy. So after you've done that, you're going to go ahead and mix it up. And you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Spray a 24-count mini muffin pan with nonstick cooking spray. And then once you fill up all of the little muffin thingy-majiggers, you're going to go ahead and put that into the oven for at least for 12 to 15 minutes. Sorry about that. So then while that's cooking, you can go ahead and make the caramel. So it's 20 soft caramel candies unwrapped. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. And then go ahead and microwave that for, just do 30-second intervals. Stir it every single time after 30 seconds. And then if, once it's melted, it's good. And then you just want to scoop a teaspoon of the caramel mixture into the brownies. So what I did for the brownies to make that dip is I took a teaspoon that had a rounded back to it, and as soon as the brownies came out, took that teaspoon, push down with that teaspoon, and then once you've added the caramel, you're just going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt. You can use sea salt, but I wasn't going to go out and buy sea salt just for this recipe, so I just used my table salt. So now we're going to go ahead and make our zucchini bread. So you're going to want 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, 2.5 cups of coarsely shredded unpeeled zucchini, 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 cup of chopped walnuts or pecans, and then half a cup of raisins, which are optional. So I cut this recipe in half because this whole recipe makes 2 8x4 by 2-inch loaf pans, which is way too much. So I just went ahead and cut it in half. So I'm starting off with preheating the oven to 350 degrees, and then I'm greasing my loaf pan. So in a large bowl, I'm going to stir together, which is the flour, I have the baking powder, cinnamon, and salt in there. And then in a separate bowl, I'm going to add all the wet ingredients. So the egg, the zucchini, which again, all the measurements I just gave you is to make the full recipe. I'm having it, of course. And then I'm going to add sugar, vegetable oil, and the vanilla extract. We're going to go ahead and mix this up, and to be completely honest, it's not very appetizing looking, but it tasted pretty good. I like chocolate in my zucchini bread, so this is a great base for a zucchini bread. So next time I would 100% add some kind of chocolate in there. So once you have those 2 all ready to go, you're going to go ahead and dump the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Mix it up until well combined, and then before it's combined, you're going to go ahead and add your cup of walnuts or pecans, or in this case I added half a cup. I personally just like pecans better, so that's what I did. So you're going to pour it into your prepared grease pan. Now the recipe, because I'm using the recipe from the baking book, just like in my last apple pie bread video, it says that it's going to take, it's going to take about 55 minutes to cook. I found it took probably about an hour and 10 minutes or so. Now this loaf pan was a little bit bigger than they suggested, but I used it anyways and it worked out totally fine. It's a little bit of a smaller loaf, of course, but no big deal. So, sorry guys, but I don't have any pictures or anything on this. I wasn't too terribly impressed with it. Again, I just really like chocolate in my zucchini bread. I would recommend you make it and kind of make your own twist on it. So what I've kind of decided, I just want to talk real quick. What I've decided for my channel is I'm going to go ahead, because I'm not a very creative person. I'm not good at coming up with my own recipes. So this channel is mainly just going to be me trying out recipes. Sorry, that was my computer. Trying out recipes so that you guys don't have to. I know there's been several times in my life where I'm like, oh, I really want to make this for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or someone's birthday, but you don't know if it's going to turn out good, but you don't have time to test it, or you just don't have the money to test it. Like, I totally understand. You don't want to buy the ingredients twice, you know? So I am here to be your guinea pig. Just leave your comments down below on what kind of things you want me to try. Mainly baking stuff, of course. I will do some cooking things, but I enjoy baking more. So a lot of my recipes will come from books or Pinterest. I really like Pinterest. So I think that's all I have to say. I know, again, this was kind of a random video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyways. And one thing I have to mention, the brownie bites are literally amazing. Like, you have to try them. So good. And again, the zucchini bread was good too. It was maybe like a 6 to 7 out of a 10. Again, with the chocolate pieces, it would have been over the top. But I think I've rambled on enough, and I'll let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!